Welcome everybody to our coffee catch-up Q&A on all things Australian train journeys. Today we've got the pleasure of being joined by Paul and Karen. Thank you so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Part of the e-cruising family you've been since 2008, with two standout journeys have incorporated Australian train travel. Just last week, e-cruising released a number of exclusive rail and land journeys, including airfares, transfers, and pre and post stays for the Ghan and Indian Pacific. Today, I've also got Cory, one of our senior consultants at e-cruising, joining us, who also had the pleasure of indulging in a little train travel as well. So thank you, Cory, for joining us as well.
No worries, Em. Lovely to be here.
So we'll get straight into our questions. First up, we've got what Australian train journeys have you taken?
Yeah, Karen.
We've been on the Indian Pacific from Perth to Sydney, and we've been on the Ghan from Adelaide all the way up to Darwin.
Lovely.
As well as a few short day trips that are quite iconic, like, you know, Puffing Billy and the Scenic Railway.
Zigzag. And the steam train in Strawn to Queenstown in Tasmania is also a good journey, but we think the Indian Pacific and the Ghan are the most iconic journeys we've got in Australia.
And international rail journey as well. You mentioned that you have doubled in that a little bit too.
Oh, we have.
Yeah, just a bit.
We've done the Vistadone train up to Machu Picchu. We've also done the Rocky Mountaineer. They're two of the really major ones.
Yeah, basically, and we've also done several others that I've actually forgotten about. But yeah, we've done train trips down in Costa Rica, just short trips. We've done one in Germany, a steam train over there. We like steam trains as well, but as well as diesel. And one in the end of the world in Patagonia. We've done the Bernina Express in Switzerland, and we did the train trip in Norway to Flom as well. So yeah, we just enjoyed those international journeys, but we think, as I said previously, the Australian journeys are they're an adventure on their own. We actually enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, I think too many people focus on the Rocky Mountaineer as being a real major train trip, and they forget that we have such iconic ones here in our own backyard.
Yeah.
Easily accessible.
People do.
Yeah, it's a totally different adventure, and we look at it as an adventure. And also the camaraderie on those trains is amongst the people that get on there. You can actually mixing in the lounge and everything, and the restaurant. That is just fabulous.
I've been on the Indian Pacific only for an actual inspection, but it was very surprising to see how incredibly compact everything was, but also in saying that spacious. So you kind of, when you travel on the train, for example, Sydney, and you're on the train all the time and you're stuck on there like sardines, you kind of, don't get the concept of how you could actually ever stay on a train. So when you actually do like a site inspection of one, or you travel on one, it's quite incredible to see how much room you actually do have.
Yeah, we would tend to agree with that. Basically, they've done very well with them, how they convert the cabin also in the evening to the bunks in the evening from the daytime, where it's a daytime lounge and everything. And yeah, the bathroom's a little bit compact, but it's actually very serviceable. Yeah, you can,
very functional.
Yeah, function. And yeah, the wardrobe's a little bit small, but you've got space up the top of the bathroom there. You can put your bags up there as well. And
really, you're only in your cabin if you really want to go to sleep, or you feel you need time out. A lot of the time you're there socialising, in the lounge car, or eating in the restaurant. So you're not really spending much time in the cabin anyway. But even if you did spend the entire journey, it's big enough that you've got like a three-seater lounge, you've got a table, you've got a huge panoramic window, you've got your own ensuite, everything's sort of taken care of.
What does a day on the train look like for you?
Yeah, well, the days are different. Like our experience was, we'll talk about the Ghan at this point in time. Because it's our most recent trip last year with you. So we did the Queen Elizabeth first, and then we did the Ghan from there. First of all, when you meet at the railway station, they actually greet you with this bush ballad music going on there. So it's a great atmosphere. And then they hand you a glass of Prosecco or a mimosa or I don't like mimosas,
Tea or
orange
coffee
juice or tea,
or
coffee and or water. So it's fantastic. And we were there for a while. We had a couple of Prosecco.
You're on holidays.
Yeah, but the atmosphere
Even
is
nice
fantastic.
and relaxed and happy, even before you even saw the train.
Yeah.
You know, it was on the other side of the building.
So they set the stage, you know, for what's to come, basically. Yeah, we enjoyed that. And then they put us on the train.
Oh, when you get to the train and each carriage has got its carpet laid out for you, and you feel like you've been, you know,
yeah.
And they're all standing out there in their beautiful outfits to welcome you. I mean, it just looks stunning. You really need your camera with you. You could be taking thousands of photos.
It's fabulous. So they greet you on the train, and you hop on there, and you basically say what carriage you're on. So we get there, and they greet you. The steward greets you at the door, and they're all services magic. They're really excellent service. You will not be disappointed if you go. And we suggest you do go. I mean, because it's just fabulous. Yeah, and we got on the train there, and the steward comes around. You find your room. The steward explains to you what dinner settings you'd like to have, what times, and also what tours that you'd like to undertake. They're available, of course, and most of them are.
It's a good idea to have a sneaky look at the tours before you get on, because some of them fill up very quickly. And at least that way, when the steward comes around, you could say, I'd like to do this, because probably they'll say, I'll come back later and find out what tours you want. We just said, we want this, this, and this. Oh, you're organised. Because, you know, you run the risk of not being able to do what you really want to do. And, you know. After
that, we go to the carriage, you can have coffee, or you can have a beer, or you can have a wine, or whatever you want, basically, in the saloon. Then you meet the people. We've actually met some of the people, so we actually started our socialisation. Or continued, I'm sorry. Discussion with new people too. There was people from Germany, a few people from Germany, mainly Australians. A people from Germany as well, a couple of them, and a couple from the Netherlands, and a guy from Sri Lanka who's a bit of a card. He's a funny man. Very dry, yeah. But yeah, it was a fantastic camaraderie. That's where it commenced there, I guess. Although we'd actually been with these people, you know, prior to getting on the train, so some of them. But we met other people too. Yeah, it's a fabulous atmosphere. You know, I can't describe
the dining car, the Queen Adelaide restaurant, was just like stepping back in time. It's very Art Deco.
Yeah.
But food was just really 5-star.
Yeah,
really
it's magic.
Fault it.
Delicious.
Really lovely Australian ingredients. Some things that you probably might not have tried, like crocodile or kangaroo. There's a lot of native ingredients like Kwandong jam and stuff like that. And some really lovely Australian wines to go with.
Yeah, red or white, yeah. After that, we had a nice lunch, 2-course lunch, I think it was. I think I had barramundi or something like that. It was just beautiful. Yeah, with a wine, the white wine, and yeah.
How they managed to prepare such superb meals in such a tiny little kitchen that they've got is just phenomenal.
And whilst moving.
Sensational. The food's sensational, it really is. It's as good as anything you get at a first-class restaurant anywhere in the world. It's just fabulous.
Wow.
And the service is sensational. Yeah, they're just such friendly and wonderful staff. They'll do anything for you. And the coffee's good on there too. And I was paying for the coffee, and we do. The coffee is really good. Yeah, and snacks and everything. But yeah, I mean, how much time you got to have snacks when you get these such beautiful meals? Yeah, fabulous. Yeah, so we had that, and we went back to our room after lunch, basically, and just get unpack and everything. Yeah, then afternoon tea, we got that, snacks and drinks, and then basically go back and
3-course dinner then.
3-course dinner for just add a 3-course dinner.
But the sites just the landscape's forever changing.
Yeah, it's different to the Indian Pacific. It's totally different. I wouldn't say totally different. It's a desert, but the desert's different. On the Ghan trip, there's mountains and everything, as well, and it's like the McDonald Ranges and everything, where you don't get on the Indian Pacific, but you get a different. The atmosphere is different. It changes all the time. There's something different. You say, "Oh wow, look at that!" Different wildlife out there. There is wildlife out there.
Which train trip would you say was the best, and why would it be the best?
Yeah,
I'd go with the Ghan, and I think mainly for the spectacular scenery and the train experiences. You know, the being able to sort of go off the train at Alice Springs and go to the desert park there, that was just incredible. It was like a sort of native botanical garden with so many more plants than I ever knew existed in Australia. A very, very good animal exhibition, and I had a live bird show, and they introduced me to a lot of native birds and some of the like eagles in flight. It was really, really, really good. It was awfully hot in February, but it was absolutely incredible excursion. And then the following day when we got to Catherine, we went to the what's that right? Gorge cruise, and that was stunning scenery. You know, we've been to the Kimberley, and it just rivals that, I reckon, in terms of the
yeah.
What features on board surprised you?
I guess we hadn't spent a lot of time in the carriage with the bar. We hadn't spent a lot of time in the lounge and on the Indian Pacific trip. So we were just really overawed by the atmosphere in that lounge, basically, and everybody was because on the first trip we did Indian Pacific was several years before. They didn't have the all-inclusive nature of this one that they have now, which we think is a major bonus. Like we think that is great that it actually supplied all your drinks and all your food and everything. Well, the food was included for dinner, but not the balloon, and the atmosphere in that carriage, we think, really surprised us how good it, the camaraderie, as I mentioned before.
And I think too the fact that everybody's there because they want to be there. You know, some forms of travel, you know, one person's sort of more interested than the other, but everyone's there because they want to either on a train journey or they want to see the sights. So there's that real sort of bond between all the passengers to begin with. They're sort of all like, they've got a common thread.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, I think the first day was spent with the blokes comparing their cameras.
Cory, when you had the pleasure of jumping on the Indian Pacific, what features surprised you the most?
I think it was probably the sleeping, once again, like I said before, the sleeping cabins, like, you know, that they were set up as, some were set up as lounges to show us what they could look like in the day, and then the others were set up you know, with the sleeping bunks for the night. I have to say it was around 9 years ago that I did get to see the train, so it has probably changed a little bit since I saw it, but yeah, also the food, you know, like the restaurants and so on, just the thought of having to make so many meals and things like that on a train that's moving in such a small compartment is quite amazing. How is sleeping on the train? Because obviously I didn't get to do that. So is it noisy? Yeah. Is it bumpy?
Cory, sleeping on the train is like, it's not, I mean, I sleep in the top bunk, obviously. Bottom,
okay, it's a bit challenging because, you know, I've got a bit of an arthritis problem, so climbing the steps would have been a bit of a challenge to get onto the top bunk.
That's fine for me.
But absolutely so comfortable beds.
It's very comfortable.
You just sort of like get lulled into this lovely rhythm, and it's just, you're out like a light.
Yeah, the motion puts you to sleep. It's just the motion of the train going along. People think it'll keep you awake. No, it puts you to sleep. Same with the Pacific, exactly the same. It's just like, and you're off to sleep. It's in no time. It's just, yeah, it's good. We didn't have a problem. We thought it was great, yeah, and we would do it again.
And we didn't hear anybody the next day saying they had a problem either. Most of them said they were asleep before their head hit the pillow.
And I guess there's so many excursions and stuff during the day, and now also with all the all-inclusive alcohol, it can be quite easy.
Oh, it's terrible.
straight off to sleep.
It's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, you have a few drinks, that does put you off to sleep, but you go to sleep anyway, irrespective. We'll say to you, if people are going to go on there, don't stay up too late, because sometimes there's a bit early morning excursions, or at Marla we get off and to see the sunrise there, which is fabulous.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
Yeah.
I was just going to say also, I guess, early morning excursions, so, you know, you want to get out before midday sun.
Yeah, you do, basically. But what you do is you make sure you take your skin cream with you, your sun cream, and also wear a wide brim hat take with you, and possibly if you can wear, you know, those things
like
shirts,
the expedition
shirts. They're quite light.
like camping
You
type.
can wash them pretty quickly, and they dry fairly quickly.
They're probably a good idea for the Alice Springs Desert part, where a lot of it is out in the open, and the Catherine Gorge cruise, because you get the reflection off the water as well. So a long sleeve shirt it's going to protect you a bit more from the sun. I unfortunately didn't do that. Even with the sunscreen.
Have sunscreen on, and you've got to have your bushman stuff on as well for your insects. I will talk about that later on if you want.
Do you have a best site or a favourite tour from either train experience?
Yeah, we
I think the Catherine River.
thought the Catherine Gorge
is on that.
Nipperluck, yeah, was really the standout. But we did like, I don't know, we were on that tour in Broken Hill anymore. We went to did a Broken Hill tour on the Indian Pacific as well. That was nice. And we went to the Flying Doctors service. Cool. I think we did that Springs, didn't we? Yeah, I think we did that
years ago.
Yeah, we thought that was a good tour. Like I said, they might do that tour in Alice Springs. I think I read that. But yeah, that was good. But yeah, that Catherine Gorge is a standout. It's just a really good tour, and the bus driver was very interesting as well.
And our guide on the actual cruise ship was very, very knowledgeable and told us a lot about the Aboriginal history and the myths and legends, and it was really, really interesting.
Yeah, and we liked the Alice Springs one too. That was
Desert
good.
Park.
Desert Park was good. Karen said, yeah, that was.
And it had a lot of signage around the park, telling you, stories about the native fruits and vegetables and the animals and the history of the place, and you sort of absorbed knowledge without realising you were doing it until later. Maybe you went, oh yeah, I knew that, yeah. But no, it was really interesting.
Yeah, we didn't actually do a tour in Adelaide because Indian Pacific, they didn't have it then. We did on this one, yeah, before we started. That was part of the package. But Adelaide's got new tours on the Indian Pacific that we hadn't done, and that wasn't available at that point in time. Mm-hmm. But we looked at them and they look great too. So we think that that'd be very encouraging to jump on the Indian Pacific and go and do those tours as well.
Yeah, it's great that they're adding new like trips and changing it up a bit to make it a bit different and get people back that have done it before. So that's always a good idea. You kind of tipped on it before with the long sleeve shirt. Obviously, some of the experiences and things like that. But do you have any other tips and tricks that you might have for like first time travellers that haven't done a train journey before, or maybe considering it but thinking it's something that they're really like that's not going to suit them?
Yeah, I think it's suitable really for any age group and any fitness level really. There's lots to do, even for those who aren't terribly ambulatory. But you need to remember that in your cabin, you can only really have a relatively small bag. If you're going for an extended holiday, your large suitcase will be put into the luggage car and you'll just carry on like a cabin bag, overnight bag. It might be an idea to bring like a backpack as well, because that will be handy for the off-plane excursions, for bottle water, camera, sunscreen,
shoes, that
sort of stuff in it. Maybe bring a laundry bag or a pillow slip to put your dirty clothes in so they're not contaminated with clean clothes. And things that don't really need, that are washable, so you don't look like you've slept in whatever's come out of your bag, kind of thing. Something sort of casual and nice for evenings, for dinner, and
long pants like for men basically, and a bit of quality shoes. Whereas on tour you just wear something enclosed shoes on the train and also on tours.
We went,
don't wear thongs or anything.
We went in in February and it's been very hot. A lot of people had on expedition sandals, and they've been wearing them all the time and thinking that was fine. But a lot of the offshore tour operators won't take you unless you've got fully enclosed shoes.
Okay.
And people that didn't realise that, and I don't think we actually read that either. We were lucky that we did have enclosed shoes, but particularly for going to Simpsons Gap, because of the terrain and you know, the possibility that there might be in that, you need to have enclosed shoes. And at one point there was a big scramble with one of the people that really desperately wanted to do it, running through the carriage going, has anybody got nine shoes that I can borrow?
Yeah, and also to make sure they don't bring dark clothing because it attracts insects. Bring light clothing and light coloured clothing. You know, basically the daytime, basically on the train, people or men just wear shorts and just wear like a shirt, like a collared shirt, basically, and in closed footwear like boaters or something like that, or really joggers, which you can wear on your tours as well. And at night time, just wear take a pair of long pants and take 2 or 3 shirts or whatever with you, and yeah, that's basically all we need, and a better pair of shoes for evenings out in the dining car.
You've got all the tips and tricks, haven't you?
I also always travel with some Ziploc bags because they're handy in case your sunscreen leaks, or if you come back and you've got slightly damp clothes, you can put them in, and or for taking the odd packet of biscuits or whatever with you, that you're not going to eat the whole lot all at once, So these Ziploc bags are handy for all sorts of things.
Yeah, and just take their adventure spirit with them. That's what we say to them.
I love that.
Don't have any expectations about it. Don't come with any expectations. Just say, this is an adventure and we're going to have a great time. Just take that spirit with them. We just recommend that.
And which train journey is next on the list for you both?
Yeah, well, we're tossing up. It'll probably maybe the Ghan, maybe Indian Pacific, from Sydney to Perth. Yeah, we've done it the other way around, and now it's a different experience. Yeah, and it's different experiences the other way around. Or maybe, I'm not sure with the Ghan, maybe from Darwin down, because we've done it the other way. We went from Adelaide to Darwin, as you're aware. Yeah. Maybe that. It's either one of those. Yeah. But
that being said, we'd be happy to hop back on the same journey all over again.
Yeah, we saw your package. We liked the 5-day one from Indian Pacific. From Sydney to Perth, we thought that was fully inclusive. We liked that one, We're interested in that one.
Good. And Cory, have you got a train journey on your list?
I would have to say that, hoping that international borders would open soon. But I have not been to Switzerland, and I would love to do a cogwheel train in Switzerland. I think that would be quite amazing. So that would definitely be up there, but I would have to say that I do really want to explore Australia more. So I'd love to do the Darwin to Adelaide.
Yeah.
But I have to say that the Rottnest Island, Indian Pacific, Sydney to Perth trip in April next year looks absolutely amazing. I've already got some people on that, and I think that's going to be a really good trip. So, and then there's a cruise that meets up with perfectly out of Perth. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah, I think
next
year. Be optimistic. Yeah, next year. Be optimistic. I think, it'll happen next year. And as I said, we did the cruise on the Queen Elizabeth down from Perth. We stayed a couple of days in Perth. The package that e-cruising put together was great, and it was 4 nights. Then we spent a couple of days in Adelaide. We did tours down there, which was excellent. Yeah. And then we jumped on the train up there. But we want to probably do, the opposite directions, I guess. Yeah, Sydney to Perth or Darwin down to Adelaide. But the packages you got, we looked at them. They're really good.
Oh, thanks. Well, we're really, really, really very, very hopeful, I think, for international travel, but also very, very excited, you know, to be able to have the opportunity to explore what we have right in our backyard. So, yeah, domestic travel will be booming. Well, look, thank you so much, Karen and Paul, for joining us today. We really appreciate you being part of our coffee catch up, and we look forward to, you know, securing your next round journey. So, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Cory. Thanks, Ellen.
Thank you, Cory, for joining us today as well.
Thank you very much. It was very fun.
All right. Bye for now.